13 love, y'all. Rise up, fly, stay true like the 9's. Alright. This video is called The Spiritual Race. I want to talk about a dream I had maybe 3 years ago. And if anybody is ever wondering and you don't know, you hear me a lot of times, I might say 13 love, as well, like 13 wisdom, 13 knowledge, 13 respect. And you wonder where I got that from. I actually got that from this person, this person that I would consider someone who helped me a lot on my spiritual journey, just starting off, because which is a whole nother story. I don't even know how that happened, but his name is 13 Son. And he used to be on YouTube. He was really big on YouTube. And ironically, a lot of people, you could tell who was around when he was, because even though I came around a lot, kind of like late when he was already out, but the 13 Son had been around for like, I want to say since like 2012, maybe even a little bit before that, 2008. But he had stopped making videos. I stopped making videos, what? Shoot, like 2019, all the way up until 2020. I want to say that was like, even 2020 he dropped like some little videos, but they was kind of like, you know, him being with TLC and all that. It's 13 Love Community, you know what I'm saying? And so I had like a big movement going on. 13 Son had a big movement going on for like years. Like, this was somebody who was online that was really giving something that was different, you know what I'm saying? A different perspective that, as I can even tell on this journey, inspired a lot of people. A lot of y'all people y'all watch right now. A lot of you people watch right now, they'll say his certain quotes that he'll say. Certain little phrases he used to say. That's how I know. But you know, a lot of them don't give respect and some do. Some shout him out, stuff like that. But you don't hear a lot of people talk about him. But his name is 13 Son. But anyway, I had this dream one time, right? And the 13 Son would be in my dreams sometimes. And so in this one dream, I was in a city, right? I was in a downtown somewhere. And I had several dreams before then, but we just don't talk about this one. And I remember being on like this open, it was like a 5-lane highway, like a California-sized highway. And all of a sudden, I'm standing on the street and I just see everybody just starts, we just start running out of the city, right? We start running out of the city. And then as I'm running, I see 13 Son. And I'm like, oh, what's up, Unc? What's the word? And so I stop running. And I see everybody just flees the city. Like, the city is completely empty. What's the word, Babylon? The city is completely empty, right? Like, everybody just leaves. And Unc is the only person there. And I see Unc, he's just walking down the street. And so I stopped and I'm like, what's going on, Unc? And he's like, what's up? What's going on with you? And I'm like, shoot, what you doing? And then all of a sudden, we just start having a conversation. And then I just started realizing how many people was running. And this is leading me into the video of the spiritual race. And how, you know, for me, that dream kind of played out what was taking place. And the spiritual race, or the soul race, is the same race that took place with all the sperm cells as they're trying to get to the egg. It's a race for growth. It's a race, metaphorically speaking, to reach the sun. The same way all the other plant life around you fight and race for that position to get a spot to see the sun every day as well. And so internally, we do this as spirits. As human beings, we'll say. In these human bodies, as spirits, you are trying to do the same thing. You're trying to go to the next spiritual level within the spiritual race. You're trying to enter and overstand the realm you're in, while entering and overstanding who you are and your position in the realm you're in, and how you can better your position to receive that external light that will inspire you to, I guess, grow bigger or whatever you want to say. I really don't want to say it in that way, because when I start speaking about it like that, I'm talking about illumination. But ultimately, that is what everybody is looking for. They're looking for illumination. And they believe by shining the brightest from putting on shinier things that they got outside of them, that is going to, enlighten them to a level of what they're considered to be a God consciousness, or this next spiritual evolutionary change, where you go into this kind of spiritual cocoon, and like the phoenix, you burst into ashes. But that's a symbol of you getting rid of the old, and from the ashes you come out popping up. Your phoenix rises again as being something new. Stay with me, guys. So this is what this dream was kind of like, showing me. And so I was kind of glad that I had run into Unc in that moment, because I would have been running with them. Because the moral of the dream that I got was just that just because something is a race doesn't mean you have to run to get there. And it makes me think about the old cartoon of the rabbit and the turtle, you know what I'm saying? The rabbit, the turtle and the hare, they'll say. Like they showed in Looney Tunes, or how like Bugs Bunny would be running, he going crazy, and every time he gets to a checkpoint, a certain level in the evolutionary change, it's spiritual, it's not physical, it's more of a spiritual thing. Stay with me. That this turtle was there. He like, how in the hell is this turtle there? And it irritates him. And so I said all that to let you know, like, there's going to be times when you might need to be a little more hasty. But there's definitely also going to be times where you're going to have to take your time. You're going to have to be able to sit still. And in the process of sitting still, you should be reflecting on what's going on in your life. So you should be seeing and checking the maps, your internal maps, where you are. Are you reaching the destinations that you're trying to reach? Are you even on the same course, or have you been strayed away? Has there been some sirens that distracted you as you was on the water or on the land? Where are you? That's why these times of, rest and consistency are so important. Rest and just giving huge amounts of effort are important, but both are important. You have to know when, it's time to take a break, and you have to know when it's time to light a fire under your own ass. And so that is the best way to navigate this spiritual race, because if you're running, the faster something moves, the more of a blur that its peripheral becomes, and it can only see what's in front of it. But you could be running so fast and you thought you saw something, because your eyes can't really see everything, but only up to a certain percentage. And when you got there, you ran into a wall. Shout out to Looney Tunes though. But listen, that's the spiritual race. Y'all need to, take your time and, do some self-evaluating, self-realization, self-reflecting, as well as just sticking to the practices and stuff that you're finding. And within that self-reflecting, you will see actually what attributes you need to take, what attributes you need to let go, And this is just me speaking across the board on anything that you're into. So that requires food, knowledge, and people as well. All these things you need to be, you're experiencing, which is good, but at the same time, you want to be making sure that these experiences are worth your time, because ultimately you are the person who is in control of how much time you're going to focus on something or not. It's not a calendar, it's not a clock, it's you. Because at any given time, if you don't even want to think about time, time flies, doesn't it? So that lets you know that time is something that you're creating and not something that's running you. That's something that you're letting run you. Just think about it. 13 love. Rise up, fly high, stay true like the 9's. Royal Yellow Bay, I'm out.